All right, Lisa, thanks so much for that update. And we have breaking news tonight. 3 people arrested in Harrisburg when Capitol Police shut down elevator access for protesters in wheelchairs.
Our Pennsylvania State Capitol correspondent Kara Jeffers is joining us live with more details right now. Kara, good evening.
Good evening, Philip and Eva. One of the big topics for state budget this year is home care. In Pennsylvania, if you have a physical disability, you can request to have just someone come to your home to take care of you. However, the wages for those people are not very high. Thus, what led to today's protest kind of beginning of everything. There were around 80 people who showed up and they were like forming a big line. It was peaceful though, and they kind of dispersed when police asked them to. However, some of that group chose to go over to the side of the Capitol, kind of behind me, where the governor's office is on the 3rd floor. There were 2 protesters in wheelchairs who took an elevator up to that 3rd floor, but then Capitol Police did not allow any other wheelchair-bound protesters to go up that elevator, saying it would be a fire hazard. The stairs were still open though, and able-bodied protesters were able to go up. Several of those able-bodied protesters then came down the elevator to try and get one of the leaders, Shona, who's from Erie, who was in a wheelchair, up to that 3rd floor. An altercation started as those protesters stayed in the elevator. Capitol Police were asking them to get out while they weren't allowing Shona to go up. And that's what led to 3 of them being arrested. Here's what Shona had to say just about the incident.
We collected stories of people that couldn't come here today. We wanted to hand it to the governor. We wanted to ask him to expand the funding for all of home care. And when we sent 2 people up in the elevator that were in wheelchairs, then they shut the elevator down and wouldn't let the rest of us go up.
Again, I spoke with Capitol Police after this incident. They're really saying that allowing too many protesters in wheelchairs on that 3rd floor could create a fire hazard because there's only one working elevator for the public at that time, and so to try to get everyone down if an emergency happened is what can create the fire hazard. However, there was frustration definitely from people who were saying that everyone else who could just take the stairs could go up and kind of crowd into the area. Capitol Police did saying that they shut those elevators down because they didn't want too many people in front of the governor's office. We're going to see, I think, those 3 people who were arrested did get taken to a detention center, and we will continue to follow up with updates on what happened to them as the evening goes on. In Harrisburg, I'm Kara Jeffers, Erie News Now.